Well, I was going to upload my drunken rant. I don't really think it's necessary. I'll get to my point on that. By the way, you think that's a cloud up there? What do you think? What do you think? I know it's very blurry, but really, like, that's pretty fucked up. So anyway, excuse me. Anyway, the whole point I wanted to make from yesterday, and it kind of got me down, I won't lie about it. I don't like seeing infighting in the channels, and I don't even know what's going on because I only watch videos that either are from people that I know or, you know, or are interesting in some way, shape, or form. Having said that, having said that, couple things that you should know that's been going on in the Bay Area recently. On Mission Street, hold on, I gotta wave this guy for letting me in. Thank you. On Mission Street in San Francisco, there's a gun shop, what have you. I don't know what the name of it is, but I just heard it on 5:10 a.m. KSFO that it's being closed down. This is going back to what I've been telling you guys forever. You know, you got your wine mansions in the middle of Sonoma with all your fields. But remember, we're in a drought. We have enough money to grow wine like crazy. But remember, we're in a drought, so can't have that. On the wine thing, just to touch on the wine thing real quick. The thing that really pisses me off is not the fact that they're, you know, doing all this growing. And the immigrants that come here, I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but the immigrants that come here, a lot of them come here just to suckle the teat. Before I moved out here, I'm originally from Ohio. I didn't really give a flying bleep either way. I really didn't care. Hey, if someone wants to come in and do all that crazy work, back-breaking planning, you know, more power to them, is the way I see it. Then I come out here and I see how it is, and it's so cliche and stereotypical. My ex-roommate, who will go nameless, was not even legally married, but, you know, called her his wife. She's an illegal Latino immigrant. And she quite literally is the stereotype of what Americans are getting sick of. She has 2 kids. She watches more television than they do. She sits on her ass. He's a tweaker, of course. That's why I got out of that whole situation. Like I said, these people will go nameless. You can either believe me or not. It really doesn't matter. So he would collect food stamps. Now, if you're a white male and you're single, the most you can suckle off the teat of California is, it used to be $200. Now it's right around $1.90, 94, 95, which can only be used to purchase food. It's not like, it is a little credit card they give you, and they call it EBT. Now, on the other hand, if you say you're crazy, or you have a physical problem, or a mental problem, then you can do SSI and all the other fun stuff to get yourself free medical, what have you. Now, wait a second, here's where it gets interesting. If you are a legal resident, but you happen to be a woman, well, then you get your food stamps, and on top of that, you get a little cash aid. Gets better. If you're a female and you have kids, then you get food stamps, cash aid, food stamps for the kids, cash aid for the kids, and yes, they even pay for the diapers and the bottles and everything else. Now wait, best part, this woman who will go unnamed, this very, very unattractive personality of a person who, like I said, doesn't even raise her children, just kind of lets them go wild all over the place. And like I also said, she watches more television than they do. Well, if you're an illegal immigrant, especially in San Francisco, you know, a sanctuary city and all that, then you get food stamps, you get cash aid, you get food for your kids, you get cash for your kids, you get the diapers for your kids. But on top of all of that, you can have a driver's license. Being dead serious, you can get a driver's license in the state of California even if you are not a citizen. Who cares? Where am I going with all this? Well, they can also get free schooling. That's right. For what you would pay to send your kid to Berkeley, UC Berkeley or UC Davis or any of the quote-unquote, you know, Ivy League left coast schools. And keeping in mind, I consider myself a social libertarian. What you do in your own house is your own business. I really don't care. But when your rights get in the way of other people's rights, that's when it gets a little crazy. That's when there should be some kind of check or balance, if you will. You know, I don't think it's fair that if you want to ship your kid, especially out of state, and the money that you have to pay to do it, and then they get a free ride. Okay, going back to the grapes, I swear I had a point to all this and I'm going to make it. So what pisses me off? Is it the illegals that are working the grape farms and doing whatever it is they do? No, because those are the minority, no pun intended, of the people that come out here. Those are the people that work their asses off, send the money back home, which I guess is their business, that they don't dump it back into our economy, and they huddle around and eat, you know, really cheap food, and some of them will work seasons and then intentionally have themselves deported, like a free ride back home. What does that have to do with everything else that's going on in the world? Well, you see all this wonderful brown is the new green. I told you about the FEMA camps. I told you about the water grabs. I told you about the land grabs. But most importantly, you have to hear about the weapons grabs. San Francisco has more crime per capita than any other city in the state, with the exceptions of Oakland and Los Angeles. But then again, those are much smaller cities. Well, not Los Angeles, but Oakland is much smaller than San Francisco. So they're closing the last gun store on Mission Street. Very frequently, they have these things, turn in any gun, anything, no questions asked, and we'll give you like $100, $200 or $250 for a handgun. The point is, they're doing gun grabs and you don't even know it. Well, some of you do, because you know what the hell's going on with the whole Sandy Hook and the crisis actor that was also in the recent crap in Oregon, all set up, all to scare people. And now, what's the number one topic? It's not what the hell is going on with our foreign policy. It's not even, oh God, you know, we can't even afford to fix our roads. And by the way, the roads out here are absolutely for shit, even though this state has the highest property tax of any state in the union. That being said, this state also has the tightest gun restrictions. It's ridiculous. You can't have more than 10 mags in a clip, etc., yada, yada. The only way you're getting a concealed carry is literally, you better be like a hedge fund manager at a bank doing night deposits every night. Okay, I'm hitting the 10-minute mark. With the everything else, you guys just need to get it together. I was so sad. I got myself drunk and tried to ramble up something, and it just didn't turn out. I looked at the video, and I don't want you guys to hear me drunk rambling. I'm going to upload the other video anyways, so you can kind of put it all together. But I'm uploading this one as an interim video. We're at 9:47 here, so I'm going to let you go. Matty D, Citizen, all the rest that I know and love, keep up the good work. Peace out. It's your friendly Mr. Doug.